All right, y'all, it's time to get your hazmat suit on because today we are diving headfirst into the swampy, slimy, conspiracy-soaked mess that is the Jeffrey Epstein saga. Please, for your health, make sure to shower with industrial-grade bleach when we are complete. And as we get started, please thumb up this video right now. It costs you $0. Subscribe if you're new, and leave me a comment with your thoughts as to the Jeffrey Epstein saga that we are discussing right now. Because that man, our boy Jeffrey Epstein, or maybe Bill Gates's boy, he has got real estate that makes Elon Musk's Mars colony plans look like a studio apartment in New Jersey. We're talking private islands, Manhattan mansions, private planes, jets with shag carpet and quite questionable stains. Epstein's living like a frickin' Bond villain with a fetish for bad decisions. And we're supposed to believe this dude, who by all accounts had the charisma of a soggy bagel, built this empire by being a financier. A financier of what exactly? Underage nightmares and blackmail tapes? Come on. This guy wasn't out there curing cancer or launching Teslas into outer space like our boy Elon. No. Epstein's business, in quotes, was running a one-man CIA op for creepos, allegedly funneling dirt for some shadowy intelligence outfit. And let's not play coy. Rumors are swirling that he was working for a certain Middle Eastern country. Fact check. His name ain't Abdullah. It's Epstein. So you do the math. I'm not saying that it's Israel, but I'm not saying it ain't either, because I don't want to end up on a yacht that mysteriously sinks. Now, to give you a little bit of background, mobster Michael Francesi, legit tough guy, imprisoned on the same cell block as Epstein at one time. He's out there screaming from the rooftops, no way that this dude killed himself.
Jeffrey Epstein would have to be a magician to try to hang himself in that cell. I was in that cell. There's no way there's nothing on the ceiling. The bed post is this high. I couldn't even go to a restroom without them walking back and forth and having me on camera. You know, there's no way he committed suicide.
And I believe him. You think a guy with a private island and a Rolodex full of presidents is gonna MacGyver a bedsheet noose in a federal lockup? Please, it ain't happening. And the word is that when Epstein was first prosecuted in Florida in the year 2008, the feds were told, go easy, boys. He's intelligence. Intelligence? What, is he decoding Soviet ciphers in between hosting his creepy sleepovers? This whole thing, my friends, it stinks worse than the Times Square hot dog cart in August. So, then why, oh why, is the Trump administration sitting on these files like a dragon hoarding his gold? They promised us transparency on the campaign trail. Big talk, huge rallies. We're gonna drain the swamp and we're releasing the Epstein files, and that's a promise. Yeah, right. Because the truth is that politics is a cesspool, people. It's a nasty, dirty game where the truth is merely a bargaining chip. Those files, they're not evidence. They're, wait for it, leverage, blackmail, a political cheat code. You think that they're going to give that up to keep a promise to you, the electorate, the voter who's more worried about gas and grocery prices? No, my friends. The fact is, they're holding those files tighter than a boomer clutching their Social Security checks. It's like, hey, Senator so-and-so, you want that infrastructure bill passed? Yeah, better smile pretty for the camera because we've got you on tape at Epstein's Island sipping Mai Tais with, shall we say, questionable company. But then you have the people that are screaming that Trump is on the list, and that's why they're not releasing it. Please! The deep state and Joe Biden's administration tried to imprison Trump for zero. They tried to impeach him. They tried to bankrupt him, claiming that Mar-a-Lago was worth a mere $18 million when the neighboring plot, 1/10 the size, sold for that much. Do you not think that if Trump was on the list, they would have found a way to leak it, and that it would have been wall-to-wall coverage, 24 hours a day straight on MSNBC, on CNN, and all over the Washington Compost? And honestly, I question the mental acuity of those of you saying that there is an actual list, like it's Sam Malone's Black Book from Cheers. Reid Hoffman is listed here. Bill Gates, it says, flew in on June 2nd for a threesome with two 15-year-olds. First off, if there's a list, it's not some Excel spreadsheet labeled Creep Island Guestbook. You think that Epstein's sitting there with a quill pen writing, "Dear Diary, today Bill Gates stopped by for some highly specific debauchery." No, if there's evidence, it's a grainy VHS tape hidden in a bunker somewhere, probably guarded by a guy named Vinny who smells a lot like pastrami. The truth is, whatever is in those files, lists, tapes, Polaroids of powerful people in, shall we say, compromising yoga poses, it's way too valuable to allow it to be distributed to the public. It's the ultimate political trump card, no pun intended. They're not hiding it to protect you. They're hiding it to control each other. And you know what? I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. It's like when you find out your cousin's got dirt on your shady uncle. You don't spill the beans at Thanksgiving, you save it for when you need a favor. That, my friends, is the essence of politics, baby. It's not about justice. No, justice. It's about power. And Epstein, he was the guy holding the camera, the keys, and probably a few passports to countries whose names we have a hard time pronouncing. So here we are, we're screaming into the void while the truth sits in a vault somewhere laughing at us. The Epstein files, they're the holy grail of blackmail. And nobody is giving that up. Not Trump, not the deep state, not the guy selling hot dogs outside Mar-a-Lago. And honestly, maybe it's better that we don't know. Because if we saw what was actually in those files, we'd all be booking one-way tickets to a cabin in the woods with no Wi-Fi. So don't expect the truth to come a-knocking on your door. It's far too busy cutting deals in a smoke-filled back room in a penthouse somewhere in Monaco. Leave your thoughts on the Epstein saga in the comments section. Peace.